Thanks a lot, Nashville. Back again. This is your boy Mike Northern, aka M1, and we're here on the set of our fabulous show, Mic Check. Once again, I want to thank all the faithful and committed viewers out there and people who've been supporting this show, and I can't thank you enough. And today, I have a great organization, On the Right Track Club, and I'm going to let the coach here introduce himself and tell us what On the Right Track Club is all about.
Thanks. My name is Maurice Hegwood. I'm the head coach and CEO of On the Right Track Club. We are an organization that runs a competitive nature as far as AAU and USA Track and Field. Our motto is winning is everything, it's not the only thing. I have great student athletes that run for this track club. We compete on a regional, a local, and a national level. We also have the academics in place to where we expect our kids to have a high standard of academics at all the time. So that's our motto, and that's what we're trying to get to make them good in the social world.
That's great. So, Coach, how did you get the idea to form this On the Right Track Club? I mean, what's your motivation?
Well, I had 5 dedicated parents that's been around track with me for quite a while, and they had been around track for so long. We wanted to come up with our own concept of what our track club should be, and that's from a beginning stage to an ending stage. And we got together and we formed an officership and built on the Right Track Club, and we feel like that we are the elite track club in Nashville, Tennessee. My motivation is really simple. It's that I love athletes, I love kids, I love them. It motivates me to see them do well. I pick track and field because it's a disciplined sport, and if they can run track, they can do anything in the world.
Okay, I see you have a lovely group of young ladies assembled here today. If we could, can I start right here and kind of introduce yourself? Could you just speak up a little bit so we can hear you?
My name is Brianna Watson.
Okay.
My name is Jasmine Fleming.
All right.
My name is Tiana Williams.
My name is Rashawn Martin.
My name is Janelle Pate.
Okay. I mentioned earlier you have these young ladies here. Is it open to boys and girls, and if so, also what is the age group, the different age groups that you work with?
Yes, we are open to boys and girls, but the club originated starting with the young ladies, and I try to keep it a split of 70-30, try to do 70% of the girls and 30% of the boys. Our ages are from 5 to 18, and really I look at the 5-year-old social skills to be able to see if they can pay attention to those type of things. So we take them from 5 to 18 years old.
Okay. How long have you been involved with this organization?
This organization here I've been involved with, we're actually on 6 years, but it seems like it's been 10 because it's been a wonderful 6 years with the group of athletes and parents and the officership that I have.
Okay, you mentioned parental involvement. How important is that? How important does that play a role in On the Right Track?
Well, in sports, and especially youth sports, you can't do anything without the parents. It's pretty much a combination. You know, you have to be able to motivate the parents as well as the athletes, and what you have to do is get them to believe in what we're doing here on the Right Track Club. We, as me as a head coach and officership, we try to be professional in everything that we do to pretty much bring the parents in. We also feel like, and I feel like for myself, is that it is a privilege to run for On the Right Track Club. And so I think a lot of the parents have bought in, and I think we're doing the right things to be able to get our name out there. We are known on a local level and a regional level, and we are knocking on the door at the national level. We'll kick it down this year in 2011.
All right, I heard that. And who is this lovely lady I have the pleasure of sitting next to?
My name is Christy Law, and I'm the Marketing and Sponsorship and Grants Coordinator for On the Right Track Club.
How long have you been involved with On the Right Track?
3 years. Okay. My daughter runs track. It's her 3rd year. Okay.
Do you have an athletic background?
Absolutely not.
All right. So there's a lot of, imagine as a parent, there's a lot of training and a lot of schedules involved and things like that.
It is.
I mean, I was just asking Coach here about parental involvement. Do you have anything you'd like to add to that about parental involvement?
Yes, from my position in the track club as an officer, The parental involvement is important when it comes to fundraising. We depend a lot of the funds that we do have, or to the expenses that we have, depends on the families.
Okay.
The membership fees, and in addition to that, we have fundraisers.
I see.
Some examples of fundraisers that we've had in the past and we're continuing this year is we have an annual pancake breakfast that we have. We've done car washes and fish fries, and this year will be our first year for our golf tournament.
Okay.
So we're hoping to get success out of that.
Sounds good. Coach, we were talking earlier before we started taping here, and you mentioned that you had 2 All-Americans with us today.
Yes, it does.
Could you explain what that is?
Well, that's always bring a smile to my face. But I want to say before I introduce those 2 that we have great student athletes that work hard, and even in the girls in the middle, they're so close to being All-Americans. So we're going to get them there too. But to my left right here is Janelle Pate. We call her Janelle Big Brown Pate.
Okay.
And Janelle is a youth elite All-American. She medaled in Norfolk, Virginia in the AAU Junior Olympics with over 30,000 athletes. She medaled in the 100 meters, the 200, and also the long jump. And she had some great times, and she done a great job. So we're looking for her to have a great year for 2011. And just give you an example of the hard work that it takes is that it's very simple. If somebody want to see this team work, they just go to the Capitol Hill in the summer, because these kids are running on Capitol Hill all the time. To my right is Brianna. We call her Brianna Sticks Watson, and she's an elite youth All-American, and she medaled in the 400. She finished 5th place. She ran a 58.76. And we're very proud of Brianna Watson and everything she accomplished. She puts that smile on your face, but she has a very, very competitive nature on the track.
Okay, that's great. Now, for us track enthusiasts out here, okay, I'm just consider me as a layman right now. I don't know anything about track. Okay, we hear the terms 200 meters, 400 meters, and things of that nature. Could you explain to someone who may be watching, like, what is that? Is that the distance, the speed? What do they mean by the meters?
Well, it's very simple. A lot of track has changed. There used to be a time where they called the 400 meters would be middle distance. Now, the 1, the 2, and the 4, that's really what we consider a sprint, okay? And when you talk about middle distance, you may have the 800, but that's become a sprint. Then you get into the 1,500 and 3,000, and now AAU has just added the 5,000. So what you have is sprints, and then you have middle distance, and then you have distance. So that kind of break it down. If you're looking at a track, a half of a track of a 200. So if you run the 200, it's half of a 400.
Okay.
So that's pretty much one time around the track is a full 400, and we call that the beach race because that's a hard race. You got to be able to run at full speed, no stopping.
Okay, so basically, when they say there's judging the distance of the race. Okay, so what in preparation for a competition, what's some of the things that you do as a coach to prepare the track club for a meet?
Well, anytime you prepare a track club for a meet, let's keep in mind that you have to prepare not just the athletes, you have to prepare the officership, you have to prepare the parents. Everybody has to be on one accord. We have to go in there as a family ready to run. But on a normal day for us, what I do, I get them ready mentally by always motivating them by saying a whole lot of good things. One of my terms that I use and that the kids have gotten a kick out of, I always say, if you're running bad, I call them a donkey, so they know what that means. But on a normal
so they don't want to be called a donkey.
No, nobody wants to be called a donkey. So basically, on a normal day, I may run 4 400s, 3 300s, and what we do is, we have a term we call 6 5 4 3 and 2, and a lot of the kids are don't want to do that, and that's because we run a 600, a 500, a 4, 3, and a 2, and they don't get any rest in between it, and then we'll go to the hills, and then we may come back to the track and do 3 duck crawls. We may do the stadium, and then we go back to the hills, and then depending on how I feel, I may let them do it over again. That is a day of On the Right Track Club. We work hard, and so that's why I have so much respect for the athletes that run for me, because if they can deal with my practices, then they can deal with anything in life.
That's great. And I'd like to also commend these ladies for being involved with this, because, you could be involved with a lot of things these days. The stuff that's not necessarily good for you at all. And I really commend y'all for taking your time spending your youthful life in something as positive as this, because I'm pretty sure the coach can tell you that the skills that you apply in competing is the same skills that you would need in life to compete in life. I mean, because you may be physically running, but your mind has to also, in a sense, physically be running. And the preparations that you are doing now is the same things you're gonna need in life. And I really commend y'all for, with the influences y'all have up against you, to be involved with this track club, and I would like to encourage you to stick with it. And in saying that, I would like to say, how many members do you have in the track club?
Right now, we are doing what we call our strength and conditioning program, and it's all volunteer. And so right now, we probably have about 25 kids.
Okay.
I probably tap out around 30, 35, or 40. I don't want any more than that because, I like to be hands-on. Our coaches like to be hands-on. The way we make sure we're getting the right techniques. You get too many and you can't really control it. It becomes a field day, and this is not what On the Right Track Club is about. We are definitely a competitive track club. Okay,
you mentioned the word competitive track club, or the phrase. What's some of the future competitions that you may have coming up that the community can be involved with and support On the Right Track? Or how can we find out about future events?
Well, you can always go to our website, and that's www.ontherighttrackclub.org, or you can always give me a call at area code 615-977-5394, or they can go to the different AAU and USA Track and Field websites and they can look at it. But most of the time they go to our website and look at our schedule. And we have a couple local meets. We have to go to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina this year. We're going to Miami. We've got to go to New Orleans this year. So we are.
She's excited already.
Yes, they get excited about that. Anytime you say, if I was telling you that they was going to Boston, they wouldn't be smiling because they can't swim. They want to go out of the hot states. So that's kind of what that's about. And so anytime they run, we definitely let them enjoy themselves.
I mean, it's amazing that what kind of doors and that your abilities can do for you. Like something simple as being in the track club. I mean, you get to see all these places and things like that. That's great. And so let me ask Miss Christy here. You mentioned that you're involved on the community outreach end of it, and as far as like garnering support from the community. What's some of the ways that the community can help On the Right Track Club?
One of the ways, Coach Maurice mentioned our website. We have, they can go to our website and make a donation. I think we have PayPal out there, United Way. And again, some of our community fundraisers, such as our pancake breakfast. A lot of that depends on the friends and the family members of the members of the track club. And our golf tournament. Don't have a date just as of yet, but the golf tournament will be a good way to come out for all those golfers out there, such as my husband.
So these events will be posted on your website?
Yes.
And
they can
any future events?
Yes.
Okay.
They'll be able to get the dates for that.
That's great. And like I said, it's been great having you here and taking your time out. And I'm telling you, I see some good things for your future, because I think, even though it's an athletic situation, I'm telling you, you will definitely use those same skills in other areas of your life. And it's going to be a great thing. And Coach, I got to give you some dap, man, for doing what you do.
Before I go, I just want to make sure we throw out some of the officers are not here. Would be Ms. Donna Pate, Charlotte Beckley, assistant coach, and Parental Involvement, Russell Pate, and Katrina Thompson. She's a logistic coordinator, and Sonia Palmer that handles the image apparel coordinator, and then Steve Beckley that does our website. And he's also the photographer. And then, without further ado, I want to make sure we send a shout out to the parents as well.
Let's give them a hand. Yeah. I'm going to cut you off, Coach, but we got to do that. Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Miss Charlotte Beckley as well. She's the reason why that I was able to get you up here today. And before we close out, Joe, you think you get a shout out these sweatshirts right here on camera one here? Yeah. So who designed this?
Sonia Palmer is our image apparel coordinator, and she handles all of that, all the type uniforms that we have. And if anything you want to notice this track club about is that we are recognized by our socks. They have socks that they wear on the right leg, and they don't have it on today. But when you go to our website and you can look, we have over 40 different type socks, and so that's something that they are very known for locally, regionally, and nationally. So we're going to keep that going. So if you want to follow us, follow the sock.
Follow the sock. You heard that. And thanks again for coming down today. And we're definitely going to be keeping tabs on you, seeing what you're up to in the future. And I would like to encourage the community to get behind On the Right Track Club. They're doing some positive things with the young people of today. And if you're a parent out there, you already know that it's hard out here. And these young people are doing a fantastic job. And I want to thank them. Thank you for watching.